How is everybody this fine day? I am phenomenal. Thank you for asking. Not that any of you give a fuck, but so I'd imagine a few of you in the audience actually do give a fuck. Like a few of you that are tuning in every single day, probably give a fuck. Even the people that hate me that tune in every day, like, by the way, dude, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you people. Like, I just don't like watch people that I hate watching, unless it's for work, you know. But if you hate watching me, why put yourself through that shit? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. But that was just my first ADHD tangent, and we're not even 40 seconds in. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing great. I had a great, fabulous fucking workout earlier today out in the Florida sun. It is still 90 degrees here and glorious. All of you people bitching about heat wave, in my opinion, of course, are pussies. It could stay 90 degrees, 95, with a lot of humidity every single day, all year round here, and I would fucking love it. Crystal and I spent the entire fucking weekend literally just fucking chilling in the pool. We caught some activity, but we fucking relaxed in the pool. The pool is like bath water this time of year. It was just fucking. And for those of you that give us a hard time about the pool, it's Florida. Everybody has a pool. Fuck off. But anyway, extremely anorexic. Oh yes, today we're talking about Miss Tess Holliday stomping her feet down about still being anorexic. I want to start this. I don't want anybody to send this woman hate because she hates herself more than anybody else possibly does. She fakes like she doesn't, but this woman clearly hates herself. She is punishing herself for something. I have no idea what the fuck it is. She did openly admit she's mentally ill in the videos we're about to watch, which is good. It's a step in the right direction because she's clearly fucked in the head. I mean, clearly, I could tell. I could always tell whenever I say something that might be on the line. Crystal's eyebrows go up, and I want you guys to watch for it. Like when we do our lives, because every Monday we're doing like kind of the documentary thing. But I'll say something. If I say something that's a little bit close to the line, her eyebrows like shoot up really quick. It's adorable, and I love it very much. She still loves me for it. She just is like, holy shit, that was much. But we are talking about Tess Holliday, so a lot of today is going to make her eyebrows go up because this woman's fucking cray-cray, to use one of her words. And I'm trying to make her laugh at the same time. So it's what we do. Anyway. But she's upset that people don't believe her still that she is anorexic, even though she does not meet the diagnostic criteria to it. So I did want to go over this very, get a little serious for a second and say we've actually even worked with people with anorexia. It is not necessarily our specialty, and we are not therapists by any stretch of the imagination. We help build healthier habits. We normally, for somebody that has been especially dangerously anorexic, they work either in conjunction with us, with their therapist, or after their therapy, just trying to build up healthier habits to stay habitually healthy, right? It is a very serious illness. It's one of the reasons why it upsets me greatly that she mocks it. Because she makes a mockery of it. She's a horrible human being for doing this, in my opinion, of course. I mean, she is crazy. And I can say that as many times legally as I want. She can't even say that I'm trying to slander or be mean to her because she fucking says she's mentally ill. And mentally ill equals crazy. I'm sorry. As a crazy person, I can fucking say that myself. So, I don't, it is what it is. But we're going to go over the diagnostic criteria for anorexia because I just want people to understand anorexia is a very serious thing. I talk a lot about obesity, and I will argue that while anorexia is a very serious issue that is very, very dangerous, it is not nearly the societal issue that overconsumption and binge eating is. Because the binge eating that leads to the vast majority of the population being fat as fuck, faff, shirt's coming, I think, that's the biggest problem we have. It is like obesity is a societal issue. It's crushing our society. And I know that people tend to, and especially a lot of YouTube viewers, they're like, oh, you make too big of a deal about it and talk about something else and blah, 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 and this and that. nothing I could say about fitness besides, like, no other topic about fitness is nearly as important as helping people get to stay at a healthy weight and develop healthier life skills. Not one. No, I don't give not one bicep fucking curl video, not one deadlift video, not one fad diet video. Like, we need to very fucking seriously approach how incredibly dangerous it is to have a society as fat as we are. But that said, the reason why the Italian is because this woman has literally hijacked the plight of people with anorexia. It's so insulting. Like, it's just so greatly, massively insulting. So, coffee with a little bit of keto creamer, in case any of you want. I've taken Nutrient Driver today already. I'll probably take it again here soon when I take my No Morbidity. I had a half of an Ember. I'm not going to take the other half because I'm drinking coffee again. And then I've eaten some beans. That's about it. And I ate the beans just because I was starting to get shaky, not because I was hungry. Because I'm on No Morbidity, I like, with everything I'm on, I really don't experience physical hunger, which is amazing. We got some great shit coming for you guys too. Great shit. Anyway, the most important thing I wanted to get to, by the way, I'm going to say hi to everybody, and then we're going to get to the diagnostic criteria for anorexia, because I think that's very important before we actually get to the more entertaining stuff of me fucking losing my shit and doing my whole fucking ranty rage thing about Tess Holliday completely being a fucking horrible, massively, incredibly bad human being for stealing fucking, even saying that she's anorexic. It's fucking so bad. But I'm going to say hi to everybody. Then we're going to get to the diagnostic criteria that I found in multiple different places for anorexia. So praise the Lord, she is healed. So no. She's still claiming she is very much an anorexic. She's not healed by just because she's gained 150 pounds visibly over the course of the last year and a half, 2 years. Just because she shows herself engorging herself on food all the time, just because she talks about eating all the time, things that anorexics just absolutely would not fucking do. Just because she shows herself naked all the time, and I don't care about people showing themselves naked. By the way, I personally think that we should be like, clothing is a fucking weird thing to me. Like, fucking, I don't judge on that shit. Be naked. I don't give a fuck. Wear whatever fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't affect me at all. She should be able to wear whatever fuck she wants to wear. That shit does not affect me at all. If I don't want to look, I won't look, and I don't want to look because I think she's heinous. But the eyebrows did not go up. So, the thing is, like, to just keep saying it is fucking crazy. Anyway, common trends among these people is to twist everything to fit their agenda. Absolutely, poor starving woman. Poor starving woman. What's up, fat chick in a barn? Peaceful lifter, and that's the person's name, by the way. Fat chick in a barn. I'm not assuming she's fat and in a barn. It's a fat chick in a barn. So just so everybody knows. Still anorexic. I wonder how she looks when she starts eating again. Hi everybody. What's up? 123-88753. Jillian, how are you doing? Michelle B. Amelia C. Diana, how are you? Intentional gains. What's up? I hate everybody else too. Oh, Adele, and I know you're kidding, by the way. Van Helsing, what's happening? Van Helsing, 8900. I love how the interesting names. Chris Galore, what's happening? Valerie Bell, what's going on? Fox, Sabrina, Kania, Camille. Okay. Ugly Jazz Cookies. Lisa, hey Alan, you are so motivating me. I try never miss a live. Lisa, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Dakota, what's up, motherfucker? How the fuck you doing? It's 65 in Buffalo and I'm loving it. That's freezing, motherfucker. That's absolutely like freezing. Afternoon, Alan. I'm so close to the 150s again. No morbidity for the win. That is fucking amazing. Amazing. And give me 1 second. I promised myself I want to do something. As people do that, as people share their wins with us, I am going to start making sure I take screenshots of that and give people fucking props. Boom. Excellent. Thank you, Heidi, and I'm glad you like it. We'll be coming back into stock here with another about 10 to 14 days, and people tell everybody you know because we have a world to save, and we can all be a part of it. And again, for those of you that wanted to make a video testimonial, we'll probably send you some protein powder and everything like that. Send it to aroberts@everydamndayfitness.com, or reach out to me at the MFing COO on either Twitter or Instagram. Corey, what's happening? Big Spoon Bear. Notice how I even call you Big Spoon Bear. I don't even like say the Daddy Bear reads at bedtime because it feels very strange to say on my stuff. Eloise, what's going on? Final 30. Saul Goodman, what's up, Alan? Do you think you would still collaborate? Do you think you would still collaborate with the Swolenormous crew? I remember the cruise you guys had planned right before the pandemic hit. We will not be doing a cruise ever. We may go on cruises, but we will not be doing a cruise ever. And as for like the Swolenormous crew, I don't know who exactly you mean. I haven't talked to Dash in quite a while. I got nothing against him. We just kind of lost communication. And I got to be real, I don't watch his content all that much, but I have no problems talking to anybody. John, I don't think would want to work with me because John, in fact, did talk shit and then made himself look fucking stupid because he just couldn't take with the stuff I was saying about masks when it turns out I was 100% right. And of course, John's a follower. You know what I mean? Like he's going to change himself every fucking couple months, every 6 months to what he thinks his fans want him to be. But we will not be organizing a cruise ever. If you want to, like the work I'm going to be doing mostly, I'm going to be with my squad, basically. It's Crystal and I till the fucking doors come off this motherfucker. But Mark's got some interesting plans for us with the rest of the Ambrosia Collective crew, which we're a part of, you know. And me and Chris Jones and Mark are going to be doing some more stuff here, probably later on this year. And then just some more stuff with Tiger Fitness. They're the people I'm going to be staying aligned with. We have a world to save. It's not like that stuff was fun. It really was. But that was when it was all about building social media and building the channel and shit like that. Right now, this is about helping people. When I'm done with this, I'm going to be heading outside to film a bunch of videos, just like tutorial tip videos on health and eating and stuff like that too. So that's where we're going with right now. So, but hi to all of them. You know, hi everyone. Maybe a live. You know, absolutely. I'll go live with anybody, but we're not actually going to fucking meet nobody. Jane, how are you? Tess Holliday. Oh, I like that one. A gelatinous specimen like her does not have anorexia. Gelatinous. You got the eyebrows went up, buddy. You fucking good job. Tess is still milking it. Oh, to a great degree. She's angry that people are questioning it. I mean, anyway. Okay, so lots of people on here. Lots of people. So if I missed you, Izzy, Carl, Sue Cat, KC, how the fuck you doing? Slatsukin, Nicholas. I'm sorry, I'm not going to get to all your names. I don't want to spend 20 minutes saying hi to everybody, but hi to everybody. You know. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to share this window. Give me a second. There we go. This is the one I want. All right. Here we are. Okay, so I wanted everybody to check this out because I think it's important. Because this is an actual very serious illness. It's a very serious eating disorder. People die from it a lot. It was very serious negative physical repercussions on the body. Horrible for the family to watch a person waste away to nothing. You know, it's you watch them wither, you know, and it's just as bad as watching somebody blow themselves up to the point where they're going to die of a different illness, you know, or something like that. But I did just want to point out, what is anorexia nervosa? Here are the symptoms. For diagnosis, according to the current edition of the Diagnostics and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5, diagnostic criteria for anorexia includes the intense fear of gaining weight, People with anorexia typically fear gaining weight and dread becoming fat. This fear often manifests itself through depriving the body of food. This woman has literally talked about fat positivity for 5 to 10 years. So I'm not seeing where she meets that criteria. Food intake restriction. People with anorexia tend to eat less food than the body needs to function correctly. It's not a matter of like, I skipped a fucking meal, poof, I'm anorexic, like this woman is fucking trying to imply. They tend to eat less food than the body needs to function correctly. This may lead to significantly low body weight for the person's age and height. Tess Holliday weighs roughly 3 times what a normal person of her height and age should weigh. Height, age, and sex should weigh. She probably weighs somewhere in the realm of the 430, 450 realm. She should probably weigh, since she's 5'3", female, she should probably weigh somewhere around 130 to 150 pounds at maximum. So she weighs 3 times what she should probably weigh. And about 150 pounds of that is probably in the last 2 years. So she's not restricting her food intake in the last 2 years in any fucking way. Like she may miss a meal, or like I saw her on one interview where she was talking about, sometimes I only snack throughout the day. Like that's still fucking eating. And it doesn't mean you are anorexic. And distorted body image, this has to do with the person's perception of their body size. People with anorexia often have an exaggerated view of their bodies. They generally view themselves as overweight, even if they're dangerously underweight. She clearly knows she's fat. She talks about it all the time. I would like, and I invite, one more time, I invite whoever she claims diagnosed her, because she did, like, if you watch the one interview we talked about live, she actually admitted that she really did not get diagnosed. Where it wasn't really actually a diagnosis. It was her friend Abby Sharp, I believe it was, or one of them, said that they thought that she sounded like she had anorexia, and then she kind of didn't get diagnosed. You can check that out on the Tamron Hall show thing we did. But also, she's not missing fucking meals. She's not starving herself. She might be malnutrition just because it looks like she eats straight dumpster garbage from a pizza place, but she is not, by any stretch of the imagination, under eating. She's not under eating. You know, I will point out that the things I know about from just personal history, eating on camera is not something that most anorexics could possibly physically get themselves to fucking do. Like, eating on camera is very foreign to them. I don't see that to be a thing. How can a dietitian diagnose an ED? They can't. That's the thing. Like, she's not diagnosed. She's not by any stretch of the imagination. But she eats on camera fairly often. She jokes about food. She jokes about her weight. She shows herself scantily clad, which again, I got no problem with. You do you, boo. But most anorexics are like very ashamed of their body and assume that they're very, very, very fat. Let's see. Here's also anorexia. DSM-5 diagnostic criteria for anorexia nervosa: restriction of energy intake relative to requirements, leading to significantly low body weight in the context of age, sex, developmental trajectory of physical health. So this one even talks about, instead of energy intake. Intense fear of gaining weight or becoming fat, even when significantly underweight. She is not afraid of getting fat. She's not, at all. If she is, fucking super brave. Disturbance about body weight and shape, undue influence of body weight or shape on self-evaluation, or denial of the seriousness of current low body weight. If anything, she has the exact opposite. She is in complete denial of her being Stay Puft Marshmallow body shaped, that it is in fact bad for her, and she talks about how amazing she is and how gorgeous she thinks she is all the fucking time. She does not, she does not meet the criteria for this. We can look at this other one, criteria for anorexia nervosa from the DS5. The hallmarks of anorexia nervosa could be being unwilling to gain enough weight in growing children, losing weight, having a distorted body image, and being an abnormally low weight for someone of their age and stature. This one is on the National Library of Medicine, and this is diagnostic criteria for eating disorders. And this is from the DSM-4, and this is the ICD. Refusal to maintain body weight at or above minimally normal weight for their age and height, i.e.g., weight loss leading to maintenance of body weight less than 85% of the than expected, and she's 300% more than expected, or failure to make expected weight gain during period of growth. Body weight is maintained at least 15% below expectations. Intense fear of gaining weight or becoming fat, even though underweight. She has never been underweight her entire life, and she does not have an intense fear of getting fat. Otherwise, she would. She's eating enough food where it's almost like purposeful binging on a daily basis. Like she's eating probably 3,500 to 4,500 calories, and I'm talking as a bare minimum a day to maintain her 400 plus pounds. Disturbance in the way in which one body's shape is experienced, undue influence of body weight, shape on self-evaluation, or denial of the seriousness of current low body weight. So part of that I can see where she's like in denial of where she's at, but it's not in the form of low body weight. And then the rest is hormonal and stuff like that too. Okay. And then there's restricted type current anorexia nervosa, and then there's binge eating, purging type during an episode of anorexia nervosa. They binge, they purge, and then they purge. Yeah. So then here's another one. This is from PubMed. This is diagnostic criteria for anorexia nervosa. Looking ahead, and this is just the same thing. It's questions can be raised regarding 85% cutoff of consideration could be given to the body mass index, the criterion, blah blah blah. Okay, so we're through with all that. And again, I just wanted to talk about how very serious this virus. Jeez, talk about the last 2 years wearing in on you. Very serious this condition is. It's a very serious condition. People that suffer from it suffer, like mentally, physically, suffer a lot. And to use it to try to, basically do what I'm doing and get people to talk about it is pretty crazy. But here is we're gonna listen to Miss Tess Holliday rant about shit for a second.
Also, in like your personal interests, like my ex would make fun of me all the time.
Okay, so that's.
Do you know what I literally just realized? And yes, this is from a Del Taco parking lot. Mind your business. And just to clear the air.
Okay, so
I don't give a fuck.
So here's somebody saying she beat anorexia by the looks of it, not suffering from it. Okay.
About how nobody feel about me.
So then she's doing a cute, like the cute little noise thing where I don't give a fuck what nobody feel about me, which is just objectively a fucking lie. She very much cares what everybody says about her to a great degree. But I don't even blame her for that because that's her job. She's supposed to care what people feel about her, For people like her, though, for people like Tess Holliday and the rest of the fat acceptance community, I really wish that like people would realize that like the snapback on this is going to be ugly. Like when this woman finally does have very, very serious health issues, because it's when. It's not an if. It's not an if. It's a when. Society is not going to be nice to her. The people that support her 100%, because she can say like louder for the ones in the back, queen. She's the queen of binge eating. She's not the queen of like she's not a queen. I'm a big person and have the very have very disordered eating. It's a struggle, but you don't. If you're a fat person, you don't have anorexia most likely. You just don't. There's a thing called atypical anorexia, which also involves the very serious fear of getting fat. Tess Holliday has visibly gained 150 pounds over the course of the last 2 years. She doesn't meet that, but anyway. But if you don't care what people think about you, why the lip filler, why the manicured eyebrows, why the dyed hair, why the the filter and 4 pounds of makeup? You care. You absolutely care. You just don't. You're a child that doesn't want to be told anything of reality about yourself. Uh, it's reality, you know.
On the bag.
So this woman wanted everybody to think that she does not care what people think about her. When now she is literally done up, filter on, uh, you know, posing for the camera. I have no problem with her doing this. This is part of her job and how she makes money and uh, makes enough money to feed herself and other people. You know, so she needs a lot of money. But this, I mean, she very clearly cares what these people think. Very, very clearly.
Just woke up.
This is I think the one that I wanted everybody to really listen to really, really, really well. This is the one where I'm at a little bit of a loss because, and this is just a message out to Tess. Like, if we really wanted to, we could go back to you saying, like, to the Tamron Hall show where you like admitted you have not been diagnosed. Like, you openly lie during this, you know, and this is like this is where you're tripling down on a die. Like, if you would just let this die off, it would be much more respectful than anything else, because it's truly insulting the people that suffer from anorexia, like truly, like a fucking to a great degree. And every 6 months or so, when people stop giving a fuck about what happens to this fat woman, she pulls this shit out, you know?
From a nap, and I want to talk to y'all about what happened to me yesterday because I think it's important to discuss. I have always been really vulnerable online, and I have
always been really vulnerable online. I have seen this woman send hate brigades after people, myself included. Um, and I'm talking like people that used to follow her. I've seen her send hate brigades. Uh, she's always been real sensitive online. That's a fucking joke. Okay? That is literally a fucking joke right there.
have shared my life in a way that has felt good and authentic to me.
You think that your life is like what you've shared is authentic? I mean, I hope she doesn't believe that shit, because nobody else does. Like, nobody, not one human being deep down believes that this woman leads some sort of glamorous fucking life. This woman wakes up in serious fucking pain and self-loathing daily. This woman wakes up knowing she is eating herself to death. This woman wakes up knowing she is not going to see her grandchildren. Like she wakes up knowing that she is going to eat herself to death before she likely becomes a grandmother. This woman knows that she has eaten herself into a corner. All right. In authentic, you're literally like openly lying about having anorexia, making up that you were diagnosed with something that what you've admitted that you weren't diagnosed with on a show. And just got to be honest, like, I don't like nothing about this woman seems fucking genuine. I have not physically, but I've personally spoken to her brother, and her brother has said that everything she wrote in her book is borrowed stories. That she writes about how she was bullied in high school when in fact she was the fucking bully. That stories that she says happened to her happened to other people, a lot of times with her being the perpetrator. This is what her brother told me online, and that is hearsay. But frankly, from everything I've seen how she treats other people, I'm gonna fucking believe him, because I've seen her treat people that have we've had clients that have met her, paid her for shit, like paid her for photo shoots and shit, where she's been horrible to them, horrible. So she's fake as fuck. She's fake, like super fake. Like, here's the woman sitting there. She's not, like, as a newsflash, when you try to say I've been as authentic as possible, but yet it's not actually your real fucking name. It's hard to believe that shit,
with y'all. And part of that was making the choice to share my eating disorder diagnosis.
You weren't diagnosed. You weren't diagnosed. You admitted you were not diagnosed. So you're saying I wanted to share my eating disorder diagnosis. I again challenge the person that diagnosed Tess Holliday. If you actually exist, I want you to come. You could come live on my platform, give me 5 minutes notice, and just reach out to me. You can come live, and we can discuss how you're guilty of malpractice. I mean, because like fucking bullshit. She was not diagnosed as anorexic. If somebody did, they are in fact negligent. Absolutely fucking negligent. I would fucking absolutely, and I mean absolutely, love to hear how anybody could have diagnosed this woman. And I mean, that's where it gets to be like she's literally saying, I'm being as completely genuine with you about my life as I can, and I've been open about my diagnosis, which is in fact bullshit, and she admitted she did not get actually diagnosed with. This is the state of where we're at. Like, it's fucking insane.
And obviously the world had a lot to say because I'm fat, and
It'd be nice.
Fat people just can't be anorexic.
No, fat people can. Fat people that show themselves eating on camera that gain weight over the visibly gain 150 pounds are not. Like, fat people can be anorexic. It's normally they're anorexic when they've lost a tremendous amount of weight. They started at an obese state, and if they're still obese, it's because they've lost in a very, very quick fashion a lot of weight. This woman has gained weight visibly, a lot. So, no, you cannot be anorexic, Tess Holliday. You fucking can't. Can fat people? Yes, but it's called atypical anorexia, and it is when the person still is in the throes of malnourishing themselves till they lose weight, not overnourishing themselves to where they gain weight, like this woman.
Which is not true. I know. And I try to be understanding that there's going to be people that are going to see me, hear me talking about this, and just think, what the fuck? But also, I just think more people should practice critical thinking. But
this woman is telling people to practice critical thinking. Start with gravity, Tess, and we'll move on. If we want to start talking critical thinking, we'll start with gravity, and we can just move on from there. Fucking.
That's too much to ask. Anyway, yesterday I woke up and there were these two pea brains that had posted a video about their shitty.
1 second. Sorry about that. Some guy knocking on my door like he's the goddamn police wanting to see if he can trim my palm trees. Jesus Christ. Thought I was getting fucking swatted. God damn.
Podcast kind of talking about my eating disorder and saying that I was
the eating disorder. You don't have one. Like, well, you have an eating disorder, but if they were talking about anorexia, they were talking about the eating disorder that you lie and claim to have, not the the very clear binge eating and body dysmorphia, thinking that you are somehow not, like huge.
was lying, which okay. But the part about it that bothered me was the deep dive that they did, trying to discredit my lived experiences by saying that, well, she hadn't experienced that, so I couldn't have experienced that. And obviously the math is not mathing. This is just
your math is not mathing. I mean, like, you don't meet any of their criteria. You can't produce who you say diagnosed you. Like, it's all bullshit. And now you're going to fucking try to repaint history. Fucking typical, you know?
A reminder to those of y'all that might be suffering from an ED like me, that eating disorders are a mental illness.
They are. 100%. Eating disorders are mental illness that a physical manifestation. Oftentimes then become physical disorders too, because the person gets addicted to certain foods. Like, I would imagine this woman has a very serious sugar and or processed carbohydrate addiction.
Since coming out with my diagnosis, there have been.
She keeps saying coming out with my diagnosis. You are not diagnosed. I mean, this is where she's lying. I mean, this is why this is a problem. This is why this is an issue. Um, mm, 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 mm. Give me 1 second. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but you guys can check
medical
out the Tamara Hall
professionals
show
worldwide that have literally
about
talked
it.
about how we need to restructure the criteria that allows them to diagnose people properly, because it has been deeply ingrained in fat phobic, culture.
Okay, so now the claim is that we need to change the diagnostic criteria because it doesn't fit her, like what it doesn't fit what would actually have her be diagnosed. So therefore, she wasn't diagnosed, and it's fat phobia. Like she literally is saying people need to critically think, and then she's going to talk about a made up fucking terminology. Like, so we're talking about mental illness, and that is anybody that screams fat phobia is got some sort of fucking mental illness. I swear. To out and out say that people have an irrational fear of being fat alone, because being morbidly obese is very seriously dangerous for you, society, the environment, the fucking country, everything. There's no irrational fear of being obese. None. I mean, like the only way I can say that, like, and I'm not talking like irrational fear of being like having like an extra fucking 2% body fat on you. An irrational fear of being as big as this woman is. Every human being should be terrified to be shaped like Tess Holliday. Fucking terrified. And people are like, oh my God, you're saying her body's bad? Her body is fucking horrible. Her body is the vision of disease and illness. It is the absolute vision of gluttony, of sedentary lifestyle, of blood clots, of stroke, of type 2 diabetes, of massive inflammation, of shortened lifespan, of pain. Like everybody should be terrified to look like Tess Holliday. You should be terrified of it. And I'm not trying to be mean to her, but if you are this woman's size, you should, a very natural, real response would be to be terrified, would be to be very, very, very scared. You should be very scared. You should you should take it so seriously that you immediately call somebody to get help, that you immediately somehow figure out how you're going to help yourself escape from the fucking prison that you've got going on, because this is in fact something to be terrified of. I mean, it is not even a question. Like for her to say,
weird. It's almost like the medical industrial complex doesn't give a shit about fat people.
They love fat people. The medical industrial complex loves fat people. They absolutely fucking love you, motherfuckers. You are the absolute largest fucking user of their fucking products. The pharma industry and the healthcare industry love fat people. That's why they're going to keep you fuckers fat. That's why the food industry keeps you fuckers fat. They're not going to try to cure you. They're going to tell you that it's okay, that you're just fat. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, this woman pretending like the healthcare industry hates fat people when the healthcare industry does not. Like, they love you, motherfuckers. You're the biggest consumers of everything. Like, this woman consumes more food, more pharma, more fucking gasoline, more everything than a woman, her fucking, like, statistically, than a woman that would be a third of her size, which would then be what would be considered a healthy weight woman for her fucking age and weight, or age and height. You know, this is, I mean, it's just out and out ridiculousness. The healthcare industry, like when fat people act like the healthcare industry is against them, the healthcare industry is against everybody, motherfuckers. The third leading cause of death in the United States is fucking medical error. You know what I mean? And when you're fat, it becomes harder in the medical industry to diagnose you and shit. You know why? Because you're fat. Like, it's like sonograms don't work as well. Like, Tess Holliday probably couldn't get a sonogram. She probably couldn't get an echocardiogram or a sonogram, because there's a thing called sonic wave disruption from fat. Like, they can't turn up the fucking waves for the echocardiogram high enough to actually get a fucking bounce back from the sonar without destroying tissue. Same thing with radiation. There's photon degradation. Photon degradation means that the thicker the fucking person, they can't crank up the fucking X-rays to get like a more clear picture, because the radiation required for them to get a clear picture would actually fucking hurt the person. It's just reality. Like it's going to be like, if for no other reason than manpower needed to transport fat people in hospitals, it's going to be more expensive. If you weigh 130 pounds, 140 pounds, 150 pounds as a woman, one CNA could probably transport you from bed to bed, that sort of thing. If you weigh 450, like this woman, for her safety, they're going to need 5 fucking people to move her from bed to bed. Like if she's ever in the hospital where they have to fucking change her sheets and shit like that, or where she's like got some sort of injury, I don't wish that upon her. I hope this woman recovers. I mean, I really do. She could do a lot of good if she fucking wanted to recover. Me and my crew, Crystal, myself, the Ambrosia Collective, we could fuck. I bet you money that I like money that I could have this woman lose 200 pounds in like a year and a half. 200 pounds, a year and a half. Unfortunately, she would hate herself. She would hate how she looked because she would have a lot of loose skin. And I think that that's her biggest fucking nightmare. And I think it's the biggest nightmare for a lot of these fat acceptance people is the loose skin. I just believe that, right? But like the medical industry is going to be more expensive when you're fat on resource use, just because it takes more fucking resources, because gravity exists, reality exists, gravity is a real thing, you know.
You don't have to prove anything to anybody. It's your lived experience. No one can take that away from you. And if anyone is debating on whether or not you are actually suffering from a mental illness, then baby, they are a piece of shit.
Anybody, and I'm not gonna to argue with that, actually, because if anybody's doubting that this woman is suffering with mental illness, you are a piece of shit, because this woman's very clearly mentally ill. I agree with Tess Holliday. She is very seriously mentally ill. Visibly. I mean, like just her actions. To be in complete denial of the fact that her problem is that she eats too much, and somehow have convinced herself that because some dietitian who's not actually fucking, it's like she's convinced herself she's been diagnosed with something that she's admitted she didn't get a diagnosis for. Like there's mental illness there, right? Like she has, like, the rhetoric she has created for herself, she has made real. There's mental illness there, right? To say that she's not mentally ill would mean you're kind of a piece of shit. I would agree. But if that's what you're going to be, if you want to say she should just suck it the fuck up and fucking get her shit together, there's no laws against being a piece of shit. I am saying that she's a piece of shit for fucking getting on a massive platform and talking about having anorexia when she fucking clearly does not meet the criteria, and she was clearly not diagnosed. You can even find her saying that she wasn't, that she was told she probably would. Her dietitian said, if I could diagnose you, I would probably say you had anorexia. And then she talked to a fucking person after that. Like she never received a diagnosis for it. She's herself is a horrible human being. Horrible. And it flies in the face of anybody that has suffered from anorexia or had somebody that they know has suffered from anorexia. Flies absolutely in the fucking face of it. It's disgusting. She's a horrible human being. Horrible, 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 horrible. So I am going to now go to do some Q&A. I did want to point out right here, you can get the book, Fuck Being Fat, Solving Weight Problems, One Withdrawal from Math and Willpower, or get our monthly coaching for gluttony season, because this is the season coming up these next couple months when people fucking absolutely have a horrible fucking time, gain weight, get out of their habits, and then have a hard time and struggle. We have had very good success with helping people maintain and even lose weight over the course of the holiday season, and feel that they've enjoyed the holiday season much, much more because there hasn't been the serious pressure of all of a sudden, oh my God, I can't stop eating mama's fucking pie, So let's see. I'm infertile because I'm very sorry to hear that, Trella. Very, very sorry to hear that. I guess it's just, I'm going to scroll down here a little bit, guys. Okay, so ask your questions. I'm scrolling to the very end here. I'm going to go up just to like right here. Loose skin is a pain, but way, way, way better than the fat tissue. I would agree, 100%. 100%. She's super rich. The loose skin could be gone in a flash. It's not like that. First of all, when you have as much loose skin as she's going to have, shit's not going to go right into the back into the right fucking spots. It's just not. And it's not like they can just like do a trim. It's a seriously painful endeavor that's not in a flash by any stretch. I suggest to people they not get skin removal surgery unless it becomes medical necessity. Learn like true acceptance would be learning to accept that because we've known lots of people obviously that have gotten skin removal surgery, and I've only known one or two to not gain serious weight back and have it really fuck with them because it's apparently massively painful and not something people want to go through. That's for fucking sure. Let's see. At 180, I can imagine carrying around an extra 270 pounds. She's a big woman, for real. She complains a lot for someone who is so sure about her life. Exactly. I have a friend who is an ENT, and she says class 3 obese people are injuring a lot of ENTs. They're already grossly understaffed. The number one workplace injury for CNAs, nurses, EMTs, that sort of thing, is lower back injury from carting around heavier and heavier people. It's statistics. It's sad, but it's very fucking true. Flex to victimhood. No shit. I think Alan has said the most common injury is in the medical field. It is, yeah. It absolutely is. I mean, when you think about it, like this is just a reality. Like it would take two people to safely move me probably. And I'm 180, 190 pounds. I'm just kind of like broad and shit like that, But when you're big like that, especially because like there's almost no like she has to get up in a certain way. Stan, I'm sure watching her get up off the ground is fucking tragic. I mean, the mobility issues this woman suffers are visible, palpable, Let's see. I'm trying to buy the book again now that it's got funds again. Oh, that's awesome. My credit card said no. I'm sorry. I don't know. Meg Tran, let me see if I can do this. Maybe it's because you tried to buy the same thing. So give me 1 second here. How about this? If you want to, since you already have the book on your thing, if you just wanted to sign up for a month-to-month thing, we could just have you sign up for damn Serenity. And I'll put that in here right now. Oops. So this, by the way, if you want to just sign up for this, if you already got in the book, you can sign up for this. It's just a monthly charge. It gives you access to the app, access to the Hunger Management Support Group, and all the live and pre-recorded yoga, style training, HIIT training, Bozu. Crystal went for a walk with people earlier. Tonight, we are doing one of her strength endurance classes together. I join with a lot of these classes in the evenings, especially. She's got a new Tabata class she's been rolling out. The Tabata class is fucking amazing. Amazing how channels and social media accounts get banned for harmful content, but she gets to moo and re her nonsense. Moo and re. For the real, this time of year is horrid. It's all chocolates, and we receive gifts. I regret it all now ASAP. So like I said, like we really do try to make sure that we help people out with that. Our coaching really has helped people over the holiday season. It's one of the most opportune times, I think, to get help, because instead of falling off of any habits, you can build on the healthy ones you already have while you're going into it. And we focus, just so everybody knows, we focus on satiation, satisfaction, and sustainability. So at no point in time will we be like, no, don't eat the fucking pie at Thanksgiving dinner. That's ridiculous. To me, that's actually counterproductive, because then you feel like you're on a diet, and then you get more food focused. The idea is what you do in between these feasts that we have during this feasting season. Raquel, thank you very much. People are addicted to being graded on a curve. I agree with that shit too, big time. Anyway, whatever Q&A we want to do, let's do it. So I'll answer any questions about anything. I make a keto-friendly pumpkin pie for me and my hubby. Crystal is the fucking queen of keto-friendly fucking desserts. She makes me this fucking keto coffee cake that is just banging, so fucking good. So good. It's really now through February, Valentine's Day. It's a long feast season. It really is. It really, truly is. Society wants us to stop shaming fat people, but other countries that shame fat people don't have obesity problems. It depends on what you mean by shaming. Like our society takes anything said in any negative way that might any our society seems to take anything that is not said in complete and utter approval as shaming. You know, like if you in any way like say that they're not perfect, it's somehow shaming. It's fucking crazy, crazy. Um, I don't even know how to fucking do it. You know how to fucking say what? Hang on a second. What's this one? I need my hubby to learn keto cooking. Crystal cooking show. Crystal needs to make a cookbook. We're not doing cookbooks, but we do. I mean, we do. We put recipes on there, fairly often. So I'm pregnant now, so I'm waiting to get no morbidity until after. Is it safe to take when breastfeeding? I would not. I would not take anything while you're breastfeeding. I'm I know that sounds crazy because it's my supplement and there's nothing directly in it, like in any of the ingredients or any literature that says you shouldn't take it. Although I think there might be something about the ashwagandha that you shouldn't take it while breastfeeding. But you're breastfeeding. Like you shouldn't take anything. Like, I mean, like there's studies that show you shouldn't even eat sushi while you're breastfeeding and stuff like that. Yet alone, uh, a supplement like that. I obviously it's very odd for somebody to say don't buy my supplement when you're breastfeeding. Like if you're trying to like I the normal fitness person would be trying for the cell. If you're pregnant, trying to get pregnant, stuff like that, focus on that like to a great degree. Okay. Especially if you're breastfeeding, your body needs all sorts of different nutrients. Your hunger could be different and like that. To enter into a very serious caloric deficit, even by accident, while breastfeeding, could be dangerous for you and the baby. So let's just wait till you're done breastfeeding. No morbidity is going to be around a long fucking time. We have big plans for it. So let's just wait. Okay. Let's see. Trying to lose that last inch of stomach fat before I can see some abs. Any tips to get breakthrough plateaus? Take a look at your largest meal. Eat 75% of your largest meal. Drink 20 ounces of fluid. Wait 20 minutes to see if you are actually eating slightly past satiation. If you're still hungry, eat that food. If not, put that food up, and you've just saved 100 and so calories. And that might be the catalyst. Am I clued up on the ecdysterone as a supplement? If so, what's your opinion on it? I am not clued up on that. That is more of a Mark question, Scott. I'm not clued up on the performance supplements. I'm not really clued up on. You know, I know that I know about the fucking labeling thing with Doucette and with Derek and stuff like that. I'm going to be real. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't like the whole. It's weird, okay, because like both of their audiences are audiences of people that love the natty or not shit, and because they complain that people that these people are using stuff that gives them an unfair advantage, and then the audience leaps at the chance to take something that they think will replicate the same non-natural advantage. It's just stupid. It's dumb. It's an audience of fucking morons, in my opinion. Like, for real, like the biggest thing is that they love the whole natty or not thing, and then it's because they think the person is cheating, and then they want to cheat. They want something to produce the same cheating results. I don't fucking get it. I just don't. I don't understand. I don't get it. I want to try and bake with plantar protein powder since you mentioned it. Have you used it like that? I have multiple times. Crystal has even put the chai planta into the coffee cake recipe that we use. It's delicious. It works really well. So does MTS Whey. It works really, really well. We have like the fruity cereal MTS Whey supposedly on the way, I think. That was good, right? I ate that every day at Mark's place. My sludge every day was the fruity cereal one. In Poland 30, 40 years ago, we were close to no fat people. Now, in spite of no one wanting being fat, a lot of people are. It's the food. It's the processed carbohydrates. It's the ultra processed carbohydrates. I mean, we can deny this all we want, like we really can. But the convenience, the fact that people are much more sedentary, but mostly it's the ultra processed carbohydrates. It's people can try to deny it all they want, but it's just real. I'm buying plant protein next purchase. It's delicious, delicious. Um, my husband can't really eat very many carbs. The smallest amount messes him up, but he is no longer diabetic since cutting out carbs. That's good to hear. I'm glad he. I mean, I'm not saying I'm glad that it messes him up, but I'm glad to hear that he's no longer diabetic. That's outstanding. Alan, can I get the keto coffee recipe? We'll see. We'll see. It's something. Can't I have anything just for me? I talk about it just because like I'm proud of her about it, but like, can't I just something like? I'm just kidding. I have a lot to me. I don't show you. I don't show my workouts or anything like that. So, but still, that's my fucking thing to eat. Fucking. I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's up to her. But for real. But no. What'd you say? Oh yeah. So if you're a member of the Hunger Management Support Group, if you join the app today, you can scroll back up. She's already shared it in there. So she has already shared it. So yes, you can get it if you join the app. There you go. Plant is excellent. It really, really, really is. And, let's see. You can't even have coffee while pregnant. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I just don't. People ask me that question a lot. And I'm like, please don't take. I'm like, our product works. I'm like, and I know it sounds crazy to seem so happy about something like that, but in a world where supplementation is like oftentimes way overblown and stuff like that, our supplement truly works. It's really helping people, like really helping people. It's not some miracle or anything like that, but it does exactly what we market it to do. It helps diminish your hunger and helps with your mood, helps with your sleep, helps with your mood, and diminish hunger to the point where you can then work on your lifestyle skills. It, coupled with getting good hydration and focusing on trying to eat as much whole foods as possible, can help a person rewrite their entire fucking relationship with food. I'm super proud of it. I take it myself personally every single day to help avoid binge eating. I haven't binged in like a year and a half. I am super proud of it. I love our product, and could not be prouder of the package put together and everything. Like Crystal encouraging me to reach out to Mark, me and Mark talking about it, Mark coming up with this formulation, the Ambrosia guys, finishing it off. Like I cannot be more proud of it. But at the same time, I am not going to be somebody that tries to sell every last fucking human being one, especially if it's something that could possibly not benefit them, and that's just how we are. So just wait until you're done breastfeeding and then try it. I used to be a 911 medical call taker. I had to help people give CPR to an obese person who went into cardiac arrest. Don't make it harder for someone to save your life. That's another big thing too. I'm breastfeeding a 6-week-old and always starving. I know. I'm sorry to hear that. I'd imagine, but I think that's because your body is trying to replace the nourishment. Your body's working overtime. It's got some biological processes going on there. So, Alan, will you and Mark ever stop through San Antonio or Houston? I believe that we're going to be looking at dates here soon. We were going to go to Tampa in October, but Mark has to fly out to. I found out this morning Mark has to fly out to California, and Crystal and I might be doing some stuff, but I just don't like when we like. I don't know. Was Houston? Houston was one of the places we were talking about. So let's see. Mom have told me that she was mad about her in-law never told her about drinking beer to get more breast milk. I don't even want to. Nope. Not even going to touch it. Not even going to touch it. Not even going to touch it. I don't know enough about it, so not even going to. Anyway, When the government decided smoking cigarettes was an issue, to a solution was to shame smokers. They literally forced smokers into the cold streets for a puff. Part of that is that there's secondhand smoke. I mean, I'm gonna be very honest with that. It's like we can't just force fat people to eat in the fucking street. Although the walk might do them some good, blah blah blah. Anyway, but the difference is there's a slight difference. The thing is, we just need it to be acknowledged, and they're not like the government. Not one public health official has talked about obesity, like at all in years. Besides, like it being a thing, you know what I mean? Okay, it's bad for us, but they don't try to address it at all. They just for fuck's sake, they were bribing people to take an experimental therapy with fucking Krispy Kreme donuts. I mean, we closed gyms and fucking playgrounds for two fucking years. Like, let's be real. Like they want you fat. They want all of you fat. They want you fat and on 20 fucking medications. They want you fat on 20 medications and fucking barely able to walk a mile just in case you would decide to fucking rise up. Like they're people like if a weak people is not necessarily a frail weak people. You understand? Like if you are thin, skinny, and like that, if you you could survive for a while on minimal food and everything like that and go about your day. Like control is we can turn off your weekly medication and you're fucked. Control is you're addicted to these foods to the point where you can't go a day without having a fucking sugar fix without losing your motherfucking mind. And all of a sudden you can't get it. Right? Like control is controlling your food, the stuff you're addicted to. That's the fucking shit. So, I mean, by the way, I agree with you. The thing is, they wanted to do something about smoking. Okay? They don't want to do anything about obesity. They really don't. The only people, they really don't. And I got to be real. Smoking did not even cause that many people to fucking, to get lung cancer. It does, obviously. But obesity is linked to 13 different types of cancer at a higher prevalence than even smoking. Just to be real, When is no more ready to restock? I think 10 days. I will trust me. We'll be doing the whole thing. So I can't get past Cassette's voice enough to find out if he has anything valid to say. Well, it depends on which voice he's using, if it's his original one or if it's the character. But I couldn't give a fuck less about him, to be honest. I really don't care about him. I really, really don't. Like, I'm trying to get way past all the fucking YouTube fitness bullshit. Keep making videos on your fucking bicep curls and who's natty or not, and you guys fucking checking out each other's penises and your fucking in the shorts and shit like that. I don't give a shit. It's a bunch of dudes talking about a bunch of other fucking dudes and which ones they think are cheating when it comes to the fucking lifting. Like, what the fuck? I'm good. I'll keep talking about societal issues and trying to fucking help a massive portion of our population recover from lifestyle choices that are in some way fucking hurting the entirety of our fucking country, But I hear what you're saying. So, depression set in and I stopped moving and started gaining. Where do I start? I feel overwhelmed and like I always doing something wrong. Well, Susan, you can get our coaching right here. Or you can just join our app. You get to manage the Hunger Management Support Group. But also for anybody, if you are looking to take control of your life, if you want, the first thing I suggest you do is take control of your hydration and your sleep. Okay? Hydration is the easiest one. Drink an ounce per pound of body mass you have. If you weigh 300 pounds, try to get 300 ounces of fucking fluid in. I know it sounds fucking crazy. Make sure you're still eating food, but fucking, if you can get, a 0 calorie beverage, by the way, 0 calorie, try to get, an ounce per pound of body mass in. You fucking technically need it. All the literature says that people should ingest a half an ounce to an ounce of fluid per pound of body mass. If you weigh 300 pounds, I know that sounds like a lot of fucking fluid because it is a lot of fucking fluid, but you are a lot of fucking person. It's time to be realistic about it. If you're drinking that much fluid, it makes it harder to overeat. There's more there. You have more food in your stomach. You have more stuff like that. So it makes it harder. You really should fucking try to start there, Susan. But you can join the Hunger Management Support Group. You can get our book "Fuck Being Fat," or you can just join Damn Serenity, or you can just sign up for our coaching. We have a gluttony month special or gluttony season special going on. But I think we can help you. So, thoughts on making a NOMO a prepared drink, hit no morbidity and hydration in one product. What happens if people like the flavor of it too much and then they fucking drink 3 of them in a day? What happens if people the thing about it, if like the protein shakes, I don't worry about that much, but, and not that there's none of our things are cytotoxic, but I just don't understand. I would prefer it to be, if I've never thought about that, but I just don't think, it doesn't sit in my brain well, ADHD isn't the inability to focus, but the ability to hyperfocus. ADHD is a superpower. I'm telling you. Sometimes superpowers are not the best, are also fucking problematic. Alan, how long do you suggest taking no morbidity before you give it a break? I've been on it for like a year and a half. I have not noticed any changes. I took a month off at one point in time to see what it would be like. While my hunger did come back, I had built up very strong habits using no morbidity to the point where my hunger came back just a little bit, not tremendous amounts, but I also did make sure that I ate in the method of our hunger management method, where my first bit of food for the day was all protein, healthy fat. My second portion had some fats and veggies to it, and anything that tasted sweet, I ate at the end of the day. Can we talk about the food pyramid? We absolutely can. It's fucking complete bullshit. I mean, it's a fucking gift to the fucking sugar industry and shit like that, and ultra processed food industry. 11 portions of grains, fucking crazy. That's insanity. I mean, that is way too much. Way too much. It's designed to get people fat. And if you look at the correlation when they put the food pyramid in, it's when obesity really started fucking exploding. Let's see. Why are people so freaking lazy and don't want to do anything? I don't know. I really don't. I mean, part of it was we're in the generation of people, like my generation of people gave their kids participation trophies for even showing the fuck up. I think it's because my generation we were very shunned by our parents. Like I was fucking cooking family dinner by the time I was 8. I'd get home from fucking elementary school, latchkey myself in. My sister would be at band practice, and there'd be a note like, put the oven on 400. Once it beeps, put the casserole that's in there in the oven. Set this timer. Blah blah blah. And if I didn't do it, it would be a fucking wooden spoon when I got home, and a wooden spoon across my ass when I got home if I wouldn't do it, because I was cooking family dinner. And then like homework to bed. Shit like that. Whereas I think my generation, Generation X, basically, we took our kids and said, hey, we're going to give you a fucking participation trophy for everything. And we're seeing the end result of this. I'm down 10 pounds and haven't even finished my first bottle of no morbidity yet. I love it. That is out fucking standing. So fucking good. So fucking good. I love it, 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 love it. Let me see how that one looks. You guys share your no morbidity stories with me. I'm taking screenshots and I'm going to fucking send them up. Outstanding. Mandy, very happy to hear you're enjoying it. Very happy to hear. If Tess is anorexic, then I must be the fattest person maintaining a consistent caloric deficit on the planet. Funny. Alan, I'm with you. Privacy, it's yours, dude. Own it. So exactly. I agree. Of course. I don't need no morbidity, but I want it. Probably 10 days. So. Let's see. I agree. I got no morbidity. It is helping. That's amazing. I'm very, very happy to hear that. I want my sister to try no morbidity. She is trying to get healthier, and she's been hitting the gym, but I think she can benefit from eating less food. Outstanding. I appreciate it. We'll be back in stock before too long. I like that, Alan. I'm not really into the supplement, but I still feel like welcomed here. Good. That's what. Here's the thing: if people think that I try to alienate people, they're wrong. I just try to be as very honest with people as I fucking can. That's just how it is. I'm way over time. I didn't even realize it. But listen, guys, does no morbidity help with cravings, not just hunger? I mean, it depends on depends. Like a lot of times, people get cravings from being hungry. I can say that it doesn't necessarily stop blood sugar cravings or habitual cravings. Like it won't like it won't necessarily stop a binge. Also, if the person binging still binges when they're full, that is more of a psychological thing. That is obviously is not a psychological pill. It is actually a biological thing. But if you're in the absence of hunger, it does help make better decisions, and it oftentimes avoids the cravings from just all of a sudden your mind wanders like I'm hungry, and then you start craving food because you're thinking about food. So yes, it does help with that. So let's see, Sabrina, I was 160 when I started No Morbidity. Today weighted at 155. It's been about 3 weeks. That's fucking outstanding right there. That is awesome. Love it, love it, love it. You people are awesome. Appreciate it. And let's see. Be back on No Morbidity almost a month, and now I've really noticed my waistline is getting smaller. That's outstanding to hear. Hi, Alan. There's a great YouTuber named Lydia. Her channel is called My 25-Pound Yo-Yo. Would be great to have a guest have on. I think I've seen it before. I'll check it out. Was there a reason No Morbidity was developed to take 3 and not just to take 1 capsule? Yeah, because the amount that you need to put in to be at the clinical doses doesn't fit in 1 capsule. So, I mean, it's a volume thing. In order to get the ingredients in at their clinical doses, it would need to be a much bigger capsule, and that runs the threat of like a choke risk. So that's why. But anyway, all right, guys, listen, I am going to run. I will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. I did want to tell everybody that we are making a change to the schedule. I will be back at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday from Wednesday. I'll remind everybody tomorrow too, but it'll be 5:30 on Thursday. It's not 7 in the morning. It's 5:30 on Thursday. So if that messes with some people, I'm fucking sorry. I don't give a fuck. It's a change. Fucking live with it. What the fuck? Anyway, I'll talk to everybody. And oh wait, I'm down somewhere between 8 and 10 pounds, and also near the end of my first bottle of No Morbidity. That's out fucking standing. Yeah. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, everybody, have a great fucking day. Goddamn.